it do, y'all? You already know exactly what time it is. I'm back here to search smoke game on the ground from Hungry House. Just got the pound ready for the next round. I almost tripped over my own words, as you guys can see, just right then and there, bro. Isn't it crazy how easy it is to mess something up that you've been doing your whole life, bro? You've been speaking almost your whole life since you was probably like 3, 4 years old, bro. You've been speaking, you've been learning how to speak. And it's crazy how something that long that you've been doing it for, you still mess up on. You would think that after all those years of knowing how to do something, it would be perfect. You'd be perfect at it. You would have perfected it. But you don't. You still mess up. It goes to show you, bro, we as human beings, we cannot be perfect at all. There's just absolutely no way that a human being can be perfect in any way, shape, or form. Uh, you just can't, bro. Whether it's looks, whether it's different attributes like your mentality, uh, your attitude, your actions, your words. Nothing, nothing can ever be perfect with a human being. We're always destined to mess something up. And you might see a beautiful female or a real attractive dude, right? And you might say, "Oh, that female is perfect," or "That dude is perfect," whatever the case may be. No, because where they may be good in one area, they're gonna be messed up in the other area. What's good, Mike? Appreciate you for tapping in. But now, wherever they may be good at in one area, there's always the other area that's gonna be messed up. It's impossible for any human being to be perfect. And if you think that, uh, if you think otherwise, bro, literally look and understand, bro. Look back at yourself. How many times have you messed up talking? Have you messed up speaking in words that you have spoken your whole life? Hmm? How many times have you messed up on a game that you've played over and over and over again your whole life? How many times have you messed up in school on a subject that you've learned over and over and over again that you keep having to redo? Maybe you got held back in math. Maybe you got held back in science, whatever the case may be, bro. However long you've been changing oil on cars for, changing tires, whatever the case may be, however long you've been doing it for, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, how many times have you messed up, even though you've done it for so long? You cannot be perfect in any one area in life. You can't. It don't work that way. How many years have you been in a martial arts class and you still mess up something that you've known for a long time? Maybe let's say you got your black belt or your black sash, whatever they call it, and you mess up on something that's on the lower ranks, like a white belt or a white sash, whatever. It's one of the most simplest things. Crazy. And this is also crazy too. The fact that people like to bring up things that we're not even talking about. With that being said, bro, I wanted to talk about something. And this, honestly, was a very smart move. It was a pretty, I won't say very smart move, but it was a pretty smart move. There was this guy whose photo ended up in a documentary of, an offing documentary. We're going to call it an offing documentary. MURD, finish the rest of the, spelling the rest of the word, and you'll understand what kind of documentary I'm talking about. Um, well, this photo ended up in the documentary, and it was on Netflix. Well, this guy didn't like it. Why he didn't like it? Maybe he didn't like being associated with that kind of stuff. Who knows? But, so what he decided to do was he decided to sue Netflix. He sued Netflix for, I think it was $1 million, bro. $1 million. Let me look this up real quick, bro, because you can't make this stuff up. And it is crazy, bro. Uh, how easily it is when something happens, bro. People don't think about stuff like that in that situation. Man, sue Netflix using this photo. Yeah. Yeah, man, look at this right here. Kentucky man sues Netflix after his photo was used in the hatchet welding Hitchhiker documentary. Uh, he didn't. I guess he didn't like it being on film or the way they used it, whatever the case may be. They didn't ask him for permission, even though they probably wouldn't have been able to really track him down since he was just a nobody. But you know these big companies, they always find ways to do things. But he didn't like it, so he said, "You know what? Bet I got you. I'm gonna take you to court." And it was a $1 million lawsuit, and he won. And now that boy is living life after he paid his court expenses, lawyer expenses. If he had a lawyer, probably did. Uh, yeah, after he paid all of his expenses, that boy is living life now. He's left with probably, I'd say, 990, 990,000 maybe, 985,000. I don't know, man. Y'all know how these systems be taxing on people who be winning these huge court cases, these huge lawsuits. But that would be my guess. Probably be around 990,000 to 980,000. We're gonna say that just to be safe, um, depending on the prices that the lawyer charges, depending on what the court costs are. Um, yeah, but that boy is living large now, man. He is kicking back. He ain't worried about nothing now. And this is what I want to tell y'all out of this situation is that when an opportunity presents itself, even in the most random times, the strangest times, like this, if you see an opportunity, a real opportunity, not no streets opportunity, not no bullcrap opportunity. I mean an opportunity like this, or something maybe that you've been working towards. You know, whether it be trying to build up a career on social media, or trying to start your own business, trying to get into a college, whatever the case may be, bro. Whatever it is you're trying to do, when you see an opportunity, you have to take advantage of it, bro. If you don't take advantage of it, it's gonna float away like a bubble, like them balloons when they release the balloons into the air. It's just gonna float away, and it's gonna go to somebody else, and the next person that it goes to, if they really want that opportunity, guess what? They're gonna take it. So when the opportunity presents itself, bro, you have got to take it because let me tell you something. They don't sit around and wait for 10, 15 years for you to better yourself. Opportunities don't sit around like that. Opportunities are like time; they come and go whenever they please. You know, they're never scheduled to come. They're never scheduled to go. They just happen, just like how time happens. Time comes, time goes. It's never scheduled to come. It's never scheduled to go. Time just goes whenever it wants to go, and stops whenever it wants to stop. That's how these opportunities are, bro. And a lot of y'all be missing out on these opportunities uh, because you're scared, you're not ready, you wasn't paying attention, or you're lazy. I can't tell you, bro. How many times I've heard people talk about how they want to do this, that, and the third, and when they were given the opportunity, they didn't do it because they was scared, they was lazy, or they wasn't prepared. You gotta be ready for it's something. If it's something that you really want to do, bro, you have got to be ready. You gotta be ready. If you're not ready, bro, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You could try to force the opportunity, but a lot of times they tend not to work out. They tend not to work out. I know that from personal experience, bro. So if you're not ready for when the opportunity presents itself, how you gonna be ready for anything else in life? If you're not ready when the opportunity shows up, how you gonna be ready for what it is that you want to do in life? Hmm. Think about that for a minute. If you ain't ready when the window is open, how you gonna be ready when the door opens up? If you can't look through the window, if you're not ready to look through that window, how you gonna be ready to step through that door? How can you unlock the door if you can't unlock the window? You can't. You gotta unlock the window. You gotta look through the window before you can unlock the door and then walk through the door. But if you're unprepared, it's gonna pass by. And with that being said, man, take advantage of it. It's just like Eminem said. He said, if you had one shot and one opportunity, would you capture it or just let it slip? And with that being said, I'm going to get up on here, man. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else y'all know. I'll be right back for the last episode of the night. Stay tuned and stay tapped in. Tap the follow and the bell button. Deuces.